Week on Scratch, we're going to learn how to create a maze. Now, to do this maze, we're going to code our sprite, which is our character, to navigate around the maze using the up, down, left and right keys. Okay, so the first thing you need to do though, before we even start coding, is to create the backdrop or the stage. So if you have a look, I've created a bit of a maze here. So I've just gone into the backdrop of it all and here, and I've just created this maze using these lines. If you can see, it's fairly easy. And if I go back into the code, I then added little characters. So I want to use this character is the one that navigates through the maze, just like that. The microphone has to find its way to the singer, but just as a bit of decoration, I've added characters just from here. And you can see that they just turn up, and you can actually change the size. If you think they're a little bit too big, actually change the size to move them around, which is what I did with the microphone. If you have a look at the microphone, it's on size 50, so it was size 100. Okay, so we start off and we want to say when the green flag is clicked, what happens? Well, we could have played the game and the microphone could be sitting over here. How do we bring it back to the start? If you have a look down here, that's the code for where it currently is. If I move it around, can you see how it changes? So when the arrow is clicked, we're going to go to that spot, and those numbers are the same as those numbers there. So if it's over here and I click that green flag, it goes back to that spot. Now we want to know how to use the left, right, up and down keys. So again, we go to events. When the space key is pressed, we're going to change that to the up arrow. We need 4 of these, so we're going to duplicate that. And duplicate that. So there's the up, there's the down, there's the left, and there's the right. Okay, what happens when the up arrow is pressed? Well, we want it to move. We want it to prove if you think about the x-axis and the y-axis of a graph, so the y is going up and the x goes across. So we want it to move by 10. So I'm going to press my up arrow and it's going to move up on the y-axis by 10. Can you see that? I'll bring it back to the start. So if it's going down, we want it to move a negative number. So it's going to be negative 10. So I'm going up with the up arrow and down with the left with the down arrow, and it will go down. How do we move it left? Okay, so we're changing the x-axis by -10 and the right arrow by 10. So you can see I'm going with the up arrow. I'm now using the right arrow, using the up arrow, the right, the down. I'm bumping into a lot of lines here, and there you have it. Now this is a very basic maze. You can make it as intricate as you want. You can actually code it so that when it does touch the blue line, it goes back to the beginning. I wonder how you could possibly do that. Could that be under sensing? If the colour, if the microphone touches that blue line, what's going to happen? So have a bit of a play and explore. There's lots of ways to get your microphone to navigate. This is just one way. You might find a very different way and you're going to use some different keys. I'm looking forward to what you do. And most of all, have fun.